Oh well.
I would imagine these guys to have
that
much.
must look like some super heroism to them when I think about it. The fact that like we're literally fighting these things and we're killing them in less than a minute. We killed 8 things, 10 things.
Actually, yeah, it's been roughly a minute for you guys to kill all this.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can get any of my 3 arrows back.
Okay,
or bolts.
Just for a matter of the arrows and what's on the bodies, just roll me an investigation.
Oh, that's good. That's my bread and butter. Not that it'll matter for me because they don't have crossbows.
Yeah, they have short bows.
Yeah, it feels bad.
All right,
I could still take those arrows.
You managed to get 1 bolt / arrow back, and you see that they have.
Well, I'll get 1 bolt.
And they themselves are all carrying a remaining quiver of 20 arrows, short bows, and normal leather armor. And each of the skeletons roughly has 10 arrows each remaining.
Leather armor in any situation that we could use it?
Or
sell it. Sell it's the more important word.
It's very, very grimy, so you are going to have to clean it if you want to see if you can sell it to anyone for any value.
Yeah, I'd like to get some more.
I'm going to wait 10 minutes to cast Tensor's floating disc.
I'm gonna try getting back my 3.
All right.
While you do that, I'm gonna.
I'll begin piling the corpses onto them.
Do I roll investigate order for looting?
Yeah.
Okay.
You might want to switch to another music corner.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's play this one.
19.
All right. And
no gold, I'm assuming.
No gold. And you managed to get all your arrows / bolts back. Remus and Rem will also do the same. And I keep saying Rem as in from like ReZero.
You haven't seen it yet.
Who's Rem?
Alright, Remus gets 2 back. And Ren, with an N. Oh, she has... She actually manages to find an extra 3 arrows wedged in between the armor and the quivers.
If I had used my gun and I still got that 19,
you would have gotten any bullets back.
Okay.
The bullets are expended forever when you use them, because that's how bullets work.
Can I make bullets that are unbreakable?
He can technically have that made.
Without being a true... Anyway. So yeah, so the fight lasted 1 minute, but I'm gonna take 10 minutes to cast Tensor's floating disc and pile all the bodies on and, I don't know, bring it with us, since that's a church. We'll get these, like, hallowed or something.
Okay. And, what are the rest of you doing?
Grease drops, by the way.
Right. I will take you guys back to the Portnian Zaru map.
Well, that's pretty good, considering we were outnumbered 2-1.
Yeah.
And there was a ghoul. Well, there was a ghoul.
Matt
and there was not a ghoul.
But Claudia and Vinty, what are you two doing while Flint is doing the Tensor's floating disc stuff?
I went shopping for.
You just went straight back to the bazaar?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy more shit.
Is there a reason why there's a big ass token in the top left of this thing?
Oh, yeah, Connor.
Wait, what the fuck? That was supposed to be gone ages ago.
What?
Do you mind going back to the other map? I need to see. Or no, never mind.
Okay.
I took.
But yeah, you guys.
Actually, never mind.
You guys were like out here in the dirt road area, and as you went back, you actually saw that this was a Temple of Timora.
Oh damn. So.
Okay, but to get things straight, Vinty is just immediately going straight back to the marketplace. What's Claudia doing?
Did you literally loot those bodies and run off?
I mean.
So
like,
ping
I'm not waiting for him.
I'll shift.
Waiting for me to do what?
I'll shift quick.
We were headed to the temple.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the party token here.
Oh, right. Okay, no, I can wait. I can wait on the...
Like, if you go back, that's fine, but you owe us 5 gold.
What's that?
What's what?
This year.
This right here?
That's the Temple of Timora.
Okay. Okay.
That's a lot of shots that didn't hit me. I might have to go
basically, if there's anything of value to me, I'll see if no one wants it, and if no one does, I'll just be like, okay.
Well,
we were headed to the temple, remember?
Yeah.
I know there are zombies.
yeah, there were 5 skeletons, 4 zombies, and 1 ghoul. The ghoul had nothing on it. The skeletons, each, at the end of it, all had 10 arrows. There are short swords and very, very dirty and torn up leather armor. Still functional, but very, very disgusting looking.
Okay, well, I'll just be following the party.
Alright.
Music. Where? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Legend of Zelda song.
Wait, how are you getting Legend of Zelda songs in your jukebox?
It was advertised. It was like the track name was something different. So I
just switch the name?
No,
Like, I was about to say, I'm like, this sounds a lot like Mario Luigi series.
Well, like,
series.
on like the thing that the jukebox lets you choose, like, it was advertised as something different, and I didn't know it was Legend of Zelda. But then I heard it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is a Legend of Zelda song. And then I just renamed it to something that I can remember for.
I think this is Minish Cap, the Castle Town theme, but I'm not 100%.
I think it is. Sounds like it.
Anyway, I think everybody's said what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have Ren and Remus follow along with you guys, but you like have all the bodies like stacked up on your floating disc, and you take it to the Temple of Timora.
Yeah.
Is that okay? So, I believe that is what you guys are doing. So when you actually go in, you can see that all the people are still hiding and whatnot, but you let them know that it's taken care of, and you want the bodies to be hollowed and whatnot, and they're happily willing to do that, and they are grateful that Timora has blessed you with this good fortune that.
We're taking. Okay, we'll do it to the Temple of Timora. It is right there. I was thinking about the temple we were going to.
Oh, that'd be hauling. Yeah.
I've tested floating disc. I'll haul it.
Yeah, I know, but it's more of just the populace's perception of what's happening there.
I don't know. Look, by the time we get there, they might just be starting to come out of their houses.
Well, the people of the priests of Timora, they bless you all for protecting Malar's throat, which is this general area of the town they call it. And they're grateful that she has blessed them by the fact that you were there at the right time to help them.
That's a lot of shots that missed me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave 5 gold at the offering box.
And
I literally looked towards like the statue and I said, just this one time.
and all of you begin to walk out of Malar's throat, and you can see that all the people are starting to return from where they are cautious, and they look around like, is everything okay? And they're still a little wary, but they seem to be relaxing.
Well, we stripped the leather armor off then, and I guess that's on Tensors.
Okay. And they all look at all of you really confused by the fact that you were just that you looked there. But after putting 2 and 2 together, they all they look really, really happy by the fact that you dealt with this before the guards could even show up, and they're very, very grateful.
I say this mostly to everyone, but mostly to the 2 rogues. I'm like, good job, rookies. You proved to be useful in a fight.
Yeah, they didn't steal our shit and run away.
I don't think they would have stolen our shit. But even though one of them hid, it's not bad that he did. He proved to be super useful.
Yeah.
This might just work out.
How appropriate music for the fact that that's the tone you guys are speaking. But do you have any response for that, Claudia?
I'll say some shit like, master planning. It was all my plans to to hide and cower in fear and wait for. I knew they were gonna go to. I knew they were. I planned. Don't worry, I'm good.
Yeah, it's great that you knew I was leading them into an alleyway, a grease trap, and a fire trap.
Yeah, it's fine.
Uh-huh. Sure, let's get going. You're alive today, so might as well continue on.
Alright. And you guys travel through the town, all the way back to the Temple of Savris, and you all once again meet up with Father Zatembe.
This is slightly unrelated to it, but do you mind if we could get this possibly bathed in holy water, I say to the undead grungy thing? That's not the main reason we came here, but...
Yeah.
I can have my priests cleanse it in case there's anything, but you are here for the vision, right?
Yeah. And everybody agreed, so we're going to assume that that has not changed, and I give him 25 gold.
Yes.
So everybody remove 5, and Connor, you'll have to remove 5 from the other 2.
I will do that. I was wondering if you could not lag so I could open up the character sheet, please. Alright. Alright, so, when you guys hand him the fees, he says, "Thank you very much. This should not take more than but a few hours. During the time, why don't you visit any other part of this city while I consult the guides?"
I'm gonna go right next door. This will be more important for later, Connor. We're not getting a level up this session, are we?
You actually are, because you fought the undead, which was supposed to be actually pretty hard from what I actually rolled for it.
It was actually hard. What?
And you guys are getting
I'm
an important bit of information.
Because I want to get some things put into my spell book.
All right, so you're gonna want to visit.
That the wizard might have specifically.
So you're wanting to visit Wakanga?
Yeah, because I'm gonna take web and flaming spear. Because if you hadn't noticed, if you looked at my character sheet, it's literally like all spells I can cast as rituals and magic missile.
Yeah.
So I want to get it. So I want a bench. I want basically to have 4 second level spells that I can choose from.
All right. But Claudia, are you wanting to visit Wakanga's estate?
The who?
Wakanga Atamu. He's one of the merchant princes that Syndra said that she's going to be staying with.
Oh, merchant prince! Of course, I would love to talk to.
Are you actually?
Sure.
All right. Let me just pull everything up.
The merchant and a prince at that.
I'm still in pain.
Didn't you second wind?
Yeah. I'm at 18 out of 28.
I'm at less. Wait, you only have 28 HP?
Total, yeah.
What? What is your con mod?
2.
I have 25, and 2 of mine are D6s. Wait, I did this right? 11 at level 1. Half is 4, 7 and 7, yeah. Are you sure you did yours correctly?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So
10,
yours is...
10,
Oh, no!
10 plus 12.
So yours should be 14, right? Or 14 for your 2 level ups?
If I take average, yeah.
Well, you had to. You created the character. Oh, okay, that is correct. Damn, 3 con. 3 con.
Alright, let me just make sure that I actually... Yep. Okay. And I'm just gathering all the notes for this, so that way I actually have everything proper.
Smoke
Alright.
plate's gonna be dank.
Alright, alright, so Vinty, are you going with them?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Ren, I'm gonna say, is gonna stay with Remus. So let me just grab your tokens and put you on the map.
Oh. In case it was not completely clear, because this is more to the viewers at home. I am currently level 1 rogue and 2 levels into enchantment wizard.
Yep. And put your smack dab right here. And as you guys walk through the villa, you can actually see that that all the buildings here are actually very well kept, very pristine and whatnot. And you find yourselves outside of Wakanga's estate. You knock on the door, and a few guards actually.
How do you spell this dude's name?
I have it down.
Yeah.
Do you want to write it down, or do you just want to
Yeah,
spell?
I got my own little notebook, and this guy's a thing of interest for me.
I just put it in chat.
Thank you.
I have an independent thing here. Alright. So, when you guys actually arrive, you actually see that at the front there are 2 guards, and when you knock on the door and they open it, and they say, "What business do you have with the merchant prince?"
We're working for her.
Are we supposed to be
Lady
seeing a
Citra.
Are we supposed to be seeing a black screen right now?
Nah, I accidentally, there you go. I'm gonna put you in the actual lighting part.
We are here on behest of Lady Syndra.
Syndra Sylvain.
That is correct.
Oh, lovely. Wakanga, actually, Wakanga is good friends with her, and if she's friend, and if you're under her employ, then by all means, come in. And they open up the doors. I do not want to highlight the guard. And you guys,
Should it
brought
still
into the
be
villa.
black for me?
You should have vision. Can all of
Can't
you?
see.
Okay, let me make sure everything is in order.
Is the place like? Do you have
Alright.
dynamic lighting on or something?
Yeah, these maps are dynamic lighting.
Okay, well,
Let me just fix that for a second. You all should.
okay.
I wish I could like change the lighting for Pierce to be red because Fire Ganassi's dark vision is in shades of red.
Does this map need dynamic lighting though, Connor?
Let me.
Like, if it's a spoiler, you don't need to tell me, even though I know it's a loaded question. But, like, if this map doesn't need dynamic lighting, you should probably just turn it off.
Let me just make sure that there's no tokens. Yeah, I do need to keep dynamic lighting on.
Okay.
However, the 2 guards, they walk past you and they actually say, wait right here while we get... Well,
That face when your HP is your AC.
that's actually the case for Remus because he's got 17 HP and AC.
Same.
Where are you?
18 HP.
Where are you, Wakanga? They're currently
Okay.
fetching him. Yeah?
I hate to be a dick again, but well, not a dick, but I hate to be annoying, but you didn't link the token of Pierce's new token with us being able to see and shit, his name and shit.
Oh yeah, because I copied it from the landing page.
Yeah.
Is there supposed to be like a small line of visibility here?
That's meant to be... Wait, what?
Like, I see a line going like this way
Yeah.
of
Oh.
visibility.
That's
from
probably,
the dynamic lighting.
That's the dynamic
Bash
lighting
my head
mapping
through
for
it!
Eh.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Okay.
However,
Actually,
we're
you guys can't see it. Or maybe the DM can. Can you see me doing this?
doing what?
I'm going in a circle, but I'm like left holding it, and
No,
it's
I-
changing what I can see dynamically.
Yeah, me
So,
too.
That's weird. That's highly abusable.
Well,
Alright.
Oh, well.
Alright. And, where... Okay, now let me actually describe the inside of this house. You're at... when you actually get inside, you can actually see that this place doesn't necessarily have a roof everywhere, because where you currently are is actually an open courtyard.
Fair enough.
With many different fountains and flora and fauna here and whatnot. The guards actually, they walked past you and they said, "Please do make yourselves comfortable while we go fetch Wakanga."
Oh.
Yeah, starting to lag a little bit. However, a few moments pass by with them. I'm not going to actually move them all over the map, but they do eventually bring Wakanga down. And he's on the GM info overlay. And they escort him down to the bottom of the stairs, where you guys are currently waiting. And he says... And there he is.
Dude, ugly.
Wow.
I wouldn't say that. He's only the guy who owns this entire place. Though I'm assuming that wasn't Claudia.
Yeah. Alright. So when they escort him down, he says, "Ah, so you're the people that Sinja hired."
Yes, I'm Flint Richards. These are my traveling companions. Slash. And I point towards the, Mark. Gunslinger. God, I can never remember what it's called. Gunslinger. And that is our, that is our infiltration expert, Claudia. The other two are currently out on business.
As expected, I do hope that Port Nyanzaru is treating you all quite well.
So, what's the deal with the undead?
You had to run in with them earlier?
We're currently having their their gear hallowed, so they might go back into the local economy.
Well, needless to say, the island of Chult is quite old, and there are many civilizations left behind after Uptao had left the island. Ever since, many people who have died in the past have come back as the undead. And it's a common problem here and there, but nothing the guards can't handle.
Fair enough.
That just happens. Okay.
But what can I do for you, while you wait for the Hallowing?
We have some general questions about the death or the wasting disease. I have a few questions. I was led to believe that you are a wizard, and there are a few spells that I wish to copy down, if that is all right.
Well, I am completely happy in order to provide you with any sort of spells for up to a certain level. For a certain price, of course. None of these things are free. But when it comes to this death curse, I know just as much as Sinja.
Have the undead attacks been happening since the founding of this city? Or is it a more recent thing?
They've always been a thing whenever people are here on Chult. They've been around for as long as the oldest living people we know. It's just a way of life, at the very least.
Has any of the patterns changed? Has it become more or less current?
Not as far.
Actually, shouldn't the wasting disease be affecting them? Or does it not affect the proper undead? Just those resurrected?
That is a very good question. As far as I can tell, it is just people brought back to life. It has nothing to do with the undead.
Hmm.
But they've not really been changing. Every few days here and there, we always get a few stragglers coming in from the jungle.
Do you know where a local mass of dead bodies would be? A graveyard, perhaps? Or a temple? If you say they come in nearly every week, I assume that there's a place nearby where they're coming from.
They all come from the jungle. There are many places in it that are quite infested with them. And we've even had people venture out into the jungle and return saying they've seen other creatures given undeath.
Ah, joy.
However, none nearby besides the jungle itself.
Hmm.
I am quite thankful, however, that whatever they describe as besides what we've been dealing with hasn't decided to knock upon our doors yet.
Do you know who knows the most about the history of the island around here? Or maybe even on the island itself? Information about the old civilizations might come in handy. I guess if that you don't have the answer to that, a simpler question. Do you know of the merchant or trader princes, who is the oldest of them?
I actually need to look at that.
Oh.
City...
If I was playing Necroy, I'd been like, oh, zombies? Eh. I'm gonna fight them.
Okay. So, he says, I really don't keep in touch with all of them about their ages and whatnot. It's not like we celebrate each other's birthdays, but I do believe that the oldest one here is Coyote, a local fruit and wine dealer. He also does specialize in selling insect repellent for those wishing to go out into the jungle.
Thank you. But is there anybody else you know who might be a historian, or does anybody? We met Lady Syndra, and she did several of the maps of this. Did she do that out of pocket, or did somebody commission her for those to be made?
Syndra has always been quite a traveler. She and her friends have visited Chult many a times and mapped out what they could. However, she also made many deals with other cartographers to make that map that she told me she gave you.
Do you know if there's any of those cartographers are on this island?
None that I've seen in recent times. They've either gone off into the jungle and have not come back, or they've gone back home. However, I do have one item that does pique my interest about other knowledgeable people on this island. And he actually goes off into an off room, and he comes out with a tattered, water-damaged journal. It's quite large. And he says, I found this 15 years ago, and I've been studying it. It does seem to have a few bits of information here and there about the jungles of Chult. However, it's still quite odd to me.
So what is it?
he says, it appears to be made by a wizard in his explorations here. I can't really find any names besides one, and it doesn't sound like a place. It sounds like a person. It appears that he mentions this name, Vorn.
Vorn?
Yes. Actually, here is a little bit more. Apparently, do any of you know what a shield guardian is?
Roll for that.
I'm a wizard, technically, so I probably have heard of one.
Yeah, you have heard of it.
Like,
but,
I'm not a wizard exactly, but...
You can roll me an Arcana to see exactly how much you know.
Fair enough.
Wait, me or... Okay.
Flint, considering...
I'm not, like, actually a wizard.
Then what do I roll?
You can roll an intelligence check with your
Whoa.
Tinker's tools.
Shield Guardian. Oh, yes, you know, those shields that guard you.
Exactly.
Wait,
I'm thinking,
what?
like, the Defender weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's the shield that guards you. Why, do you have one nearby?
No, but that is apparently what traveled with this wizard.
A wizard with a sword. That's weird.
But, yeah,
well, I
Kaizer,
guess to each their own.
Kaizer, you can make an intelligence check with your Tinker's tools.
Oh.
To see if you know anything mechanical about it. Because it does sound like something odd that you make.
What's mechanical about a sword that protects you?
Alright, and Kaizer, as Flint's talking about it, being a sword, you actually remember that there have been talk in your place of business to where people have actually seen shield guardians, and they're, to your knowledge, actually constructs that serve wizards.
Oh.
Oh, maybe he's a Bladesong wizard. Oh, whatever.
Yeah,
Probably.
perhaps, but...
Yeah. I don't know. If we see any special-looking swords, we'll keep an eye out for them.
Yes. If you do plan on going into the jungle soon, if you do find that, or this, and he, opens the journal to you guys, and you can see an amulet that is encrusted in gold, and it's got a sapphire gem in it, and it's got a lot of different runes on it. It's, really well drawn of what that amulet looks like. Or this, in the jungle, I will happily reward you with one of my most prized spellbooks.
Spellbook, you say?
Yes, knowledge for knowledge, of course, you see, and from what...
yes, of course.
And
That's how you wizards deal.
well, I am not just a wizard, I am also a merchant.
And I'm a detective with a book of spells.
Maybe you can put those detective skills to work in the jungle, eh?
Yeah. Well, if we happen to go across it, we'll definitely do it.
Thank you very much. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Since you are going to be going into the jungle at some point, have you actually enlisted a guide yet?
No. Guides cost money up front, and they're quite expensive.
That is understandable. However, I do highly recommend that you find one, considering that they can help you navigate the jungles. Or if you have someone who's already experienced in the wilds, they can lead you through the jungles much better than a common soldier.
We'll definitely see what we can get.
I do wish you luck, and hopefully you are successful in many of the different tasks you probably have now.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
I just realized I cannot, in fact, afford to copy a spell unless we get those leather armor sold.
Yeah.
Feels bad. Especially if we're gonna buy a guide. Feels bad.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go get those cheap ones. I think it's the cats. No payment up front.
River Mist and flask
of wine.
That's 150 gold up front. Holy shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
For most of them.
However, you guys say your goodbyes and walk out.
Yeah.
All right. And at this point, are you wanting to return back to the Temple of Savers to see how that's going, or are you wanting to do something else?
That's all I can think of right now. We gotta
Okay.
catch some pirates. Jesus.
All right.
If anything, we should bring a sailor along. Somebody who can helm the ship when we find it and kill all those pirates. I mean, obtain all these pirates.
And
We don't brutally murder all those people.
okay. Well, you guys walk out and you head back to the Temple of Savers. And at this point, at the time of the day, it's a little bit later in the afternoon. Not quite evening yet, but it is getting a little bit late. And as you return, the priest and your friends greet you, and the leather armor has been completely cleaned, both spiritually and physically. It's still really relatively torn up, and they tried to pick out as much of the leaves and shit that they could, but it still looks kind of But it is wearable without being disgusting.
This is disgusting. Anyway.
This is disgusting.
So here's the better question: what can we sell for, Connor?
Half price. The
Are you sure half price? Because half price is usually for normal used armor. This is a bit torn up. I'm fine with
actually,
it.
yeah.
But...
Actually, yeah. Well, if you go to either the Red Bazaar or what? How the hell do you pronounce that place? That other bazaar that you guys actually traveled to. That you walked by. You could probably try and talk up some people that deal in selling armor and weapons.
That's charisma. I don't have good charisma. I can only talk basic. Once things get beyond, like, when I actually need to charm, intimidate, or deceive somebody, I'm really bad at it.
Well, you do have a mastermind rogue here.
What's your charisma mod?
Matt, you are there, right?
I am.
Alright.
Do you have decent charisma?
I do.
She's
Wait a
all about
minute.
that talking.
Is there a local necromancer we can sell this to?
No.
Damn.
Necromancy is like a no-no.
Is it straight up illegal?
You can probably
In
imagine,
Chult
given the fact that they are having to
specifically?
defend well, in Portney and Zaru. There are other civilizations here.
I don't know.
Did
I
you
played
need some? Did you need to request my talking services?
Can you pedal? Look, we're gonna get absolutely nothing from this unless you pedal it.
What's Flint's charisma mod?
And I'm
Mine
assuming
is 1.
because
It's an 8.
Mine's -1 as well.
so I don't know what pedal means, but I'm assuming that means like
Pedal means sell it.
okay,
Talk it up, sell it.
okay,
Like, look, we might get 2 gold for these 5, which is 10 gold.
and
But you could probably get it up to 5.
and these we're selling the armor, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the no longer disgusting but still torn up but functional leather armor.
And who are we selling this to? Just to the general public?
Yeah.
All
In
right.
fact, if you could probably get people to say that they, in fact, defeated the skeletons themselves, and here's the proof of the armor, like their trophies. You might even be able to get full price for that.
Oh shit.
But my point is, if you don't help hawk it and sell these things, then we're probably getting at most 2 gold for each of them. And we'll all get more gold if that is the case.
Hear ye! We have a bunch of armor sets that we are willing to sell. This is a grand finale opportunity for you all. For
Okay, I'll go
I
back to the
myself-
temple, though. We'll be in the
Okay.
temple when you're done.
I myself and many others, my traveling companions, shot through this armor and we barely hit through. We had to hit their heads. Yes, we did. The only part that wasn't covered with such fine armor. Also, wear this armor and you will look like the most stunning knight or the most strongest and independent shield maiden you've ever seen before.
Okay,
However, it comes with a price.
at this point, Matt, make me a performance
Oh my god.
with advantage, because those are some pretty sweet words you're tossing out.
Yeah, my character's smart and is pretty smooth with words until you get on to further inspection, and then you know he's talking out his ass.
All right, a 14. You actually do manage to, you go into that other marketplace that you walk by, and you deliver the speech out where you can find a good concentration of people without getting in the way of any of them. And you do get a small handful of people actually coming up and like, wait, I heard. And they're all saying like different things like, oh, I've heard like undead were attacking at the throat earlier, and the guards couldn't show up, but a few people actually dealt with them. You're one of them.
I would say I helped a meager bit. However, it was my traveling companions that did most of the work. That's besides the point. This armor right here is so sturdy, so strong. We couldn't possibly not sell this to the public, for if there are any more attacks by the undead, you're gonna need some hardy armor, as I pound in my chest. You're gonna need some hardy armor to protect yourself from any of those skeletons that we fought.
Use their own armor against them.
And you like have the armor out on display, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, they actually look at it and they're like, it seems really damaged. Are you sure that this is in prime condition?
It may be damaged, yes, but don't use your eyes. Use your mind to think about it. You see, this armor has been enchanted by a lowly necromancer himself. You see, if you are to die, the person who killed you, or, for instance, take any damage at all, the person who dealt the damage or killed you takes damage himself. His life essence is drained and brought back into you. That is something worth buying, I do think so.
Okay, Matt, make me a deception check.
Holy shit.
Even
Oh boy.
you only
no.
get one guy out of the rest of the crowd, and he says, "Really, you? If it does all that, then why aren't you keeping it for yourselves? I mean, that must be really useful for you."
Questions.
Because our armor is better. We come from a different continent and country, you see, where we have the finest mages in all the lands. So, we have enchanted our armor to come help you, the good folk of the people. Truly.
Sorry,
Make me a,
that's what
make me a persuasion.
You're stretching here.
Rips.
You're reaching.
He's literally he was told to hawk it, and he sure in fact is hawking.
and he looks at you, really intense. This is Chult man, and who does look pretty well built. And he says,
Okay.
"How much are you willing to sell it for?"
Each piece of armor for 5 gold.
When you're pushing it like that, I will buy just one. However, if I figure out that you've been lying to me about it,
Why not buy 2?
I'll take one.
Why not 2? Give me your reasoning, please.
All I need is one.
Oh boy.
And
What about your
the-
family? What about your friends? Wouldn't you want to keep them safe? You don't want to be a lonely man in this cold, dark world.
And he just looks at you really fucking like he's giving you the stink eye. I know you
Listen,
want to
bud, you're gonna need this fucking armor if you're not gonna buy it.
Oh boy. He's gonna
I am
intimidate him
buying
into
it.
buying it.
And he says, "I am going to buy it. Just the one."
You're going to buy 2.
Hang on.
All the criminal checks.
That one.
Fine.
He's buying all of them?
No.
I gotta save my family!
Fine. If it's even gonna get you to stop pushing this, just I'll take 3. How about that?
Lovely. Tell your friends about me. And our traveling companion.
You probably won't.
What's her name, though?
Oh boy.
My name is Tully Coppergrabs.
I'll keep that in mind, Tully. And he grabs 3 of the bits of leather armor and he walks off very angry, but everybody else has, lost interest at this point.
Tally ho, sir!
Feels
Bitch.
bad. They don't have a.
You have earned 15 gold, Matt.
Ready.
So what about the other
Yeah.
one? Wait, how many do we have? 2 more sets of armor?
Yeah, you have 2 more bits of leather armor.
Well, I mean...
They don't have Xanathars in here. Feels bad.
But there you go, Matt.
We
You have
still
made
have
15
two-
gold.
We still have 2 things of leather armor.
That's
If
all you
can
can.
sell 'em-
that's
if you can
that's
sell
all you
them-
can manage for
maybe
today.
you can sell them for less.
That's all you can really manage for today, though, Matt.
Okay. I
But
was gonna do something else.
Wow.
I guess.
by the end of the day, all of you have made it back to the Temple of Savris, and Zitembe has finished his divination.
Oh, shit.
Let me change the music. Stop that music. And he opens up the door to his own chambers in the temple, and he says, "I'm done. Come in. Come in." All of you do? Or are any of you going to be waiting outside?
No.
I'll come in.
I'll walk in.
Alright, you two, Flint?
Yeah.
Yeah, Remus is gonna do it. Ren, I think she's not. And he says, "The guides have managed to speak to me. After quite a long time, that was a very, very difficult ritual to commence. But I have gathered some information. I saw a jungle city far to the south in Chult, enclosed by cliffs and crawling with snakes. A black obelisk draped in vines. But I tried to peer deeper into this vision, but I could not. It felt haunting. I'm sorry if that's not enough, but if this is what you seek with the death curse, then enter the jungle, seek out this city and the obelisk."
Why these snakes?
Did you need me to type out what he said for the vision, or did you get it?
If you type it out, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
We saw a temple in the jungle, and then we have to go to the temple in the...
A
South
jungle
is
city far to south.
Probably Yanti Temple. Full of snakes.
I'm just gonna...
Nekathus.
And that is the description he gave from his vision. But he is left shaking and quite weak from this, and he says, I can't offer much else in terms of information, but hopefully that is enough for you.
It works. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Do be careful, though. The guides do speak truths, and whatever else was there, it clearly did not want to be discovered.
Oh, okay.
But is there anything else you guys have to say of him, or are you guys going back now?
I don't have anything.
Nor do I.
No.
All right.
Ready.
We'll leave anything Remus has to say for next session. But you guys now have your information, and you walk out of the Temple of Savris late in the evening, and you head back to the Thundering Lizard. You are going to have to pay for your night stay again. However, there you go. And that is the end of Session 1. you guys do in fact level up, and you have been given all your information. All the information that was available to you.
Seems good.
Wait.
Alright.